What would you say really drove you to do porn though? Would you say that it was, did you want the fame? Did you want the money and the independence? Did you want to actually just explore your own sexuality?
I think it was, I just got this like rush from doing it, of being in front of a camera. I definitely didn't know that I was going to be so turned on at having sex in front of a camera. And I just got this like rush out of it and I wanted to do it. And also really explore.
It's definitely fun
And
being watched. You're like,
yeah, it's my kink.
We think
I
of
love
you
it.
as one of the queens of modern day anal.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Were you already,
Thanks, guys.
you're like an Olympic anal athlete. Were you already in the anal game before you got into porn, or was that how you got into it?
No, my first anal was on camera. Like the first time I'd
Wait,
ever.
really?
How'd you prepare for it?
I really didn't.
Oh my god, my asshole hurts hearing this right now.
I really didn't.
I really didn't.
I literally like used I just like used the dildo for like maybe the 2 days leading up to it. And like I really didn't like it that much and I was like, fuck it, I'll just let the adrenaline kick in.
Really?
And then I just did it on camera and I think I did it like twice more on camera and then I was like, oh, I love this.
Right. So it didn't really hurt? Did the adrenaline and the fact that you're in the moment, did it like help you to get over it?
Yeah, after like the first position, I was like, okay, I
You
I
need to
can do
ease
this.
into it, and then you got it. Do you like DP more than anal? Because I keep hearing that from a lot of the girls.
I love it so much, but I've only had it twice.
You've only had DP twice.
Only. That seems like a lot of times. More, 2 more times than I've had it.
That's one thing I always wonder about, because I feel like DP is something that would be really hard for a girl to like figure out that she likes on her own, and that probably a lot of girls who do DP the first time is on camera.
Yeah, it was on camera.
Was it
Yeah.
intense?
No, it was awesome. I was shooting an anal scene with 2 guys, but they weren't DPing me, and we were fucking around, and I was like, you guys should DP me off camera, and they did for like maybe 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, I need that again. And then like a year later, I did my first DP on camera,
Wow.
but it was awesome.
So do you just fall in love with the male talent sometimes? Like, are you that type that you just start whispering in this dude's ear while you're hooking up with him? I need you guys to come DP me later. Like, that seems like so much, like such an added benefit for this dude.
Does that seem like something I would do?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel
actually,
like
totally
the
believe
way
that.
you're talking right now, you're getting all seductive. I can see how this went down.
Yeah, no, I'm usually a flirt with the guys on camp or on set. Like I'm there flirting the entire time because I want it to be good. Like I always want the guy to feel like I'm
Into him.
into
Yeah.
him and like it's gonna be fun.
That's crazy to think that some girls, that's just a job for them, and then they go home and they're like, actually like, damn, I'm annoyed that I got DP'd today. And you're like in the moment, like, this is fucking awesome. And then
Yeah.
you go home and you're like, that was sick. I got to book another one. Like a fucking snowboarder just climbing up that mountain.
I just keep hearing from girls, they're like, I don't like anal as much as I like DP. I'm like, what?
No, I like it. I couldn't do it as much as I do anal, but it's nice. It's just a different feeling.
You're not afraid that you're gonna like tear in half, like while it's happening?
No.
It's not as crazy. Is it not as crazy as we
No,
probably think it is?
I think it's so crazy.
I think that like there's some scenes with like the really big dicks
Right.
that are harder than doing a DP with like 2 good sized cocks.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you ever, what's the biggest challenge you ever ran into in the porn world? You ever run into a dick that you're just like, I don't think I can, it's just not going to happen?
I just did it just came out today. It was anal with Dread.
Dread. You hear about him a lot. He's got the scariest one in the game, huh?
This
That
big.
the first time I saw it, I was like, what is that? And like
What is that? You don't even know what body part it
It
is?
looks like an elephant's trunk. It's like
I love
crazy.
Dread so much, but it just
I saw you promote that on Twitter, and I had to re-watch it like a couple times because I'm not even getting turned on. I just feel like I'm looking at it like as like a science
Scary.
experiment. Like, how can you fit something this big into something this small?
Hey man, that's the 1%. You know, the God made
Oh,
all
he's
these dicks,
Point
The
zero
and this guy
one.
just somehow hit the genetic lottery. Like he's like the Usain Bolt of having a penis.
Well,
I completely agree.
his videos that he makes at home are so pretty because he just has this like huge cock, and then you see a pretty girl just sucking on it, and it's so cute.
Right. Because her head is so small
cute,
in
yeah, and, like-
comparison to the giant coffee can, Pringles can style penis that you can't help but be like, oh, she looks so cute against this.
But when I see a girl sucking
Staff.
his dick, she's literally like holding like a tenth of his dick in her hand and like barely getting her mouth over the
Really?
front because it's so big.
Yeah,
You're
you
just
can't
like-
get much in there. It's
No.
like it's gnarly.
Is it like that in your ass and stuff too, where you feel like it's only really fucking like a handful of inches of butthole?
I can't describe it. It was like it was like a year ago.
Oh, really? It was a year ago and it came out today?
Almost. Yeah, but
Oh,
that was
wow.
before I did the DP, so I was like, oh,
He prepared you?
yeah. It
Yeah,
was
you could do
chill.
anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could
That's
you
great.
ever DP? I'm just thinking about this right now because I cannot imagine you being okay with standing that close to someone else's dick. I think it's a little too much in your personal space.
I mean, I feel like if I really felt like I was homies with the dude, you know, I'm all about having good times with my bros. So
I feel like you would have to be intoxicated. I don't see it going any other way.
I don't know, man. Might light up a Marlboro and just DP a girl. I don't know. I could see it happening, man. I don't
Light
really
up
want
a
my legs
Marlboro.
rubbing against this other dude's legs, but maybe he's real flexible. He could have his legs up and back and stuff. That could be cool.
I almost want to see it.
I already know that you're dying to get DP'd.
No.
Yeah, you're
not what
just
I
dying
said.
for me to
Not
find a
what I
guy to do
said.
this with you.
No.
She's had a lot of questions today
No.
about the DP.
I can read
I
about
just
it.
like every time I watch a DP, I'm like, I can't imagine Adam doing this because I feel like you're very like sometimes you don't like me in your personal space and I'm your girlfriend. You're like you're too close. So I
Right.
just really couldn't imagine you this far, this much skin separating your two dicks.
Listen, if we booked a shoot here and it was me and another dude and not you, another girl, and they were
okay.
like, oh, like DP this girl, I mean, what do I care? My freaking kneecap touching against this guy's thigh a little bit. Like, I mean, I could live with that.
I
It is what
almost
it is.
want to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could do it. It's like once you actually start doing porn, it's kind of like I'm up for the challenge. Like I would like somebody asked me if like would you fuck your girlfriend with a trans person, and I'm thinking like, well, I wouldn't in my private life, but if it's for the content, you know, I guess.
For the content.
Why
You're
not?
up for the challenge.
You know, it's not something that necessarily sparks me, but for the challenge of what's the most challenging scene you ever had that you really felt like maybe I'm not gonna make it through this?
Well, we just talked about this, the dread guy.
I
was
think
the
it was
dread
it
one.
was the dread
Okay.
one, and then I just did. I don't know. One time I think it was like my third anal day in a row, and I was just done, and I was shooting with two guys, and that was a challenge. Just because it was a lot.
Is the
Going on.
double anal is a challenge, or you
I've
don't?
never done that.
You haven't done that.
No.
Is that something you're interested in?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Oh my god, I'm like scared. I did an anal like 6 months ago, and I think I'm still good for some. And she's over here doing it like 3 days in a row.
No, I not for a while, but that sounds like a good time.
We're planning on doing an episode in the future called the Anal Olympics, where we're going to have a couple different girls and we're going to see who can actually stretch their ass out the most. Would you participate?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do you think you're a gape queen?
I feel like I can take dick really, really good in my butt, but I don't have the craziest gapes.
Really?
I don't think I do either.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know
But
how
I
to
can
so
gape.
open.
Right, because your famous tweet that we always bring up is just all caps, I want bigger gapes.
I totally forgot about that
Blew my mind.
for a month of my life.
Blew my mind. I
We used
just,
to not be able to talk about you without saying this tweet.
I just thought it was so
I
funny that you were that
want
dedicated and passionate about having a
I
more
want-
stretched out asshole.
I still want it really bad.
Right. Would you do you still hook up with girls in your private life? Like are you into that? What are you actually like turned on by when you're not shooting, or do you shoot so much that you don't really get to explore your private sexual life as much?
No, I'm pretty. I have a lot of threesomes.
Really?
Like every now and then with like a cute girl and a guy.
You like being the third?
No, I like for her to be the third.
Oh, okay. So it's your guy, and then you go find a girl, right?
Or, you know, I don't know. Or we can tag team the guy together.
I feel bad for
type
all the times I
thing.
made you the third.
No, I like it. I
Okay.
like being the third too.
Right.
But I'll do like a threesome or just like normal casual sex
Okay.
with a guy.
So
that
porn
I
hasn't slowed down your sexual desires.
drive.
Right. Have you tried anything new in recent memory that you're excited about?
I don't know if I have or not.
I feel like COVID's probably made it hard to just fuck random outside of
Yeah,
porn
I
dicks.
don't. I haven't done that for a while. I had like my crazy, wild phase, but I've chilled out on that part
Right.
of like hooking up with randos.
I can think of some randos that you hooked up with.
Really?
Don't air her out.
I'm not airing nothing out. I'm
I
just,
want to hear them later.
I'm like, what randos? You know, I don't know what he's talking about, and I feel like I would know.
No, I mean, it's just like, you know, when you're in the porn game and you find out that one of your friends is slamming a girl that, like, you just, you know, it was a little awkward at one point because there was a guy that you were seeing in your private life, and I'm friends with him, and then you were literally over my house doing an anal threesome with me and Lena, and then I'm just, like, kind of wondering, like I wonder if he has any thoughts on that.
I remember.
Right.
It wasn't a
He
rando.
didn't say anything, but I mean, it was just kind of in my head. It was like, I wonder if I should. Like, I'm not going to mention this to him.
Text
'Cause
him like, hey, just fuck the girl
By
that
the
you're
way.
fucking.
I don't want to rub it in or anything because I
Yeah,
don't
you
even know
do.
if he cares. Yeah.
You so do.
Did I? I actually might have been like, haha, how was that? Hey,
Oh
yeah.
my god, I love it.
Whoops. Does that kind of turn you on, the idea of dudes just sort of like being hyped on boning you like that, or is that a weird?
No, I like it.
Nice.
I still get pretty. Like, I like it. I like attention.
Definitely.
I'm awful.
Obviously.
One thing that I really just want to make sure that we have happen during this podcast is I just want to see the mental image of Lena transitioning from podcast host to ass eater and just sort of like bending over
okay.
and eating Emily's ass on this podcast. I just want to throw that out there. As that's just like one thing that I want to accomplish.
Hey, I've been there
I
before.
like it.
I
As long as
have,
we're
I have
here.
no problems going there.
Right.
Come here. I need you right here next to this man.
All bent over.
Yes.
Like a little slut.
Yes.